About the FBI Prince Andrew case, right? I think you should try and look if there's anybody with the same look as Andrew in the 80s, because I realized that the deep fake going on, also paparazzi killings almost, right? That that lookalikes Tom Cruise, for example, you have maybe 10 more that you wouldn't know if it's Tom Cruise or not, right? I saw a strange thing in this town, for example. The former Danish State Minister, um, Helle Thorning, I saw two couples looking exactly like Helle Thorning, and I wouldn't be able to say, because I don't know her so well, if it's her or two copies, or it's one of them or her, right? And she had like a British man, so it looked like, So basically, I was shown a picture long ago, and I asked if this is Prince Andrew, and he said no. And he said that the picture was from a friend's house, right? From a friend's house. So he was a friend of Epstein, not necessarily, right? Another thing I noticed at that photo is that it has, if you look at the photo, there's some shadows that could indicate that it's manipulated. The shadows around the people, if you flash a flashlight, you don't have any shadows. Another thing is that now I have been exposed for violation, right? Meaning I haven't even sometimes seen the person who is the violator because they uses, it could be inhalating, drug rape, stuff like that, right? So basically, when you are a victim of crime, and that's also when you interview people that has been assaulted, you always have to think about, is this assault a recall, a trauma that lays in the past? Meaning, if I'm having a teacher that I think is attractive and my mind plays with it, and then I get into a play where I go back in a traumatized, if, for example, a teacher was assaultive in my past, right? So, and that's why some rape and some pedophile network is exposed when you have fact on it. You have the DNA, you have the pictures, as this one, for example, but if the picture is fake, right? So there will be more and more cases of deep fake where you, for example, have like a person going to Thailand or going to the Red District in Copenhagen or Holland or London, but the person has never been near it. But the case is that there's a picture and they will maybe be listed as interesting person because of a picture, but the picture is deep fake, right? I don't know if she's saying the truth. And normally I always take the woman's stand in a way because the man is so much powerful also in his work as a, the most people working with the law are men. The most famous doctors are men, right? It's a man's world in some way, right? If I had been working North Ireland peace process, Cold War, ex-Yugoslavia, negotiator, right? If I had been a man, my pay would likely have come as it did not come now because I'm a woman and I'm easy to put down, right? So I'm not willing to talk on behalf of the FBI at all. I just say that the pictures with the shadows, right? I'm looking into a lot of pictures in another case, right? I also look into that some of these people running this extortion may be linked to Ireland, for example, or Italy. So basically, their motives could be much different than just selling newspapers. I also think that the royal houses in Europe after Second World War, how many survive and how many are conducted or magazines? I mean, what tells me that it's maybe more a news thing than it's a real thing, right? And if you have like an employed, it looks for me like he's indicted like an employee more than an independent human being of a blue blood family. It's like he's being fired. There's not even been a court case. That's a bit strange, right? Like, oh, he's on the playlist and they know something I don't know, so he get fired, which is a bit strange. But again, check out if the similar person, copy person, knowing Epstein, or if it's a photo fraud, deep fraud, or what else you got. But frankly, I think like it's a bit strange if Prince Andrew, in his position, he would always could attract, photo models, uh, interesting artists. I mean, to go after a normal underage girl is a bit strange when you have the whole world of the most beautiful women in the world, right? That's a bit strange. That's why I think it's a little bit low shot in a way. And actually, I also think that he says I was not a party prince, and I think actually that's true. Uh, I think he was very serious about his marriage to Fergie, and Fergie and Diana was haunted by the press, and I think he struggled a lot to remain that marriage because I think it's his love of a lifetime. So basically, I think the media have destroyed her self-esteem and tricked her, as the paparazzi killed Diana, right? Maybe you could say that Diana wasn't happy in her marriage. I've seen her cry in London, but if she had been going away from the marriage and married someone else, could not be a problem, you know. So basically, the paparazzi, when they hunt people, they stress people, and if you stress people, they get sick, right? So the media will always try and find the weak point. They had also, when I see it, the artist side, they have like some of the videos on YouTube is made by media, and there's like, this is how she looks when she was a big star, and now she looks ugly old or something. Really, really racistic, discriminating videos that shows that getting old is not good, right? So I think the monopoly media, the big five, right? They have to get some codex or moral. What is illegal? You could say that stealing royalty, exploring children, corruption, stalking, that's illegal by federal law, right? So